How the government is relying on petrol taxes to cover welfare costs. Union Minister for Petroleum and Natural Gas and Steel Dharmendra Pradhan on June 13, 2021 said fuel prices cannot be brought down because the government is saving money to spend on welfare schemes. I accept that current fuel prices are problematic for people, but be it central/state government, over 35,000 crore have been spent on vaccines in a year. In such dire times, we're saving money to spend on welfare schemes. Prime Minister Narendra Modi approved 1 lakh crore rupees under the Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Yojana scheme to give free food grain to the poor for 8 months. Under PM Kisan, thousands of crores have been directly deposited in the bank accounts of our farmers. And all this is happening in the current year, said Pradhan while speaking to media persons. What exactly happened? Since May 4, 2021, fuel prices have increased 24 times, 8 times in June alone. Petrol prices in 7 states and union territories have surpassed 100 rupees per litre: Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Ladakh, and Karnataka. While Mumbai became the first metropolis in the country to sell fuel at 100 rupees on May 29, Bhopal was the first state capital to do so on May 12. Petrol costs 102 rupees and 88 paise in Mumbai and 104 rupees and 91 paise in Bhopal as of June 17. Petrol costs are greater in smaller cities. Cities in Rajasthan, such as Hanumangarh and Ganganagar, have reached new highs of 106 rupees and 107 rupees, respectively. How is fuel price computed? In 2014 the price of diesel was also deregulated, and since 2017 prices are being revised on a daily basis. The public sector oil marketing companies make decisions on the pricing of petrol and diesel based on international product prices, exchange rate, tax structure, inland freight and other cost elements, according to a March 8, 2021, Lok Sabha response. There are mainly 4 factors that influence the rise in prices: 1. Crude oil, freight and processing charges to the dealer. While Brent crude is the international benchmark price used by the Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries, West Texas Intermediate is the benchmark for United States oil prices. Since India mainly imports crude oil from OPEC countries, Brent is the benchmark for oil prices in India. As of June 16, 2021, the price for Brent crude stands at $74.65 per litre, which is about 5,470 rupees in India. The price for petrol and diesel is revised at 6 a.m. every day, and the price of crude oil in the international market directly influences fuel prices in India. As on June 16, 2021, the base, actual, price of petrol in Delhi cost 37 rupees and 29 paise per litre. The central government charges 34% as excise duty, and the Delhi state government charges 23%, totaling to 57% as the tax on the retail price of 1 litre of petrol. Likewise, the base price for diesel stands at 39 rupees and 90 paise per litre. If we add central and state government taxes, the cost of diesel makes up nearly 54% of taxes in the retail price for 1 litre diesel. High taxes. While international crude oil prices determine the cost of fuels in India, it is only one factor contributing to the rise in petrol and diesel. The base price of petrol has only reduced, from 47 rupees and 12 paise in May 2014 to 37 rupees and 29 paise in June 2021, and central taxes increased from 10 rupees and 39 paise in May 2014 to 32 rupees and 90 paise in June 2021, according to data from Petroleum Planning and Analysis Cell. Between April 2020 and January 2021, 89,575 crore rupees had been collected as excise duty on petrol and 204,906 rupees on diesel. During the 27th meeting of the Monetary Policy Committee in February 2021, DAS said, proactive supply-side measures, particularly in enabling a calibrated unwinding of high indirect taxes on petrol and diesel, in a coordinated manner by center and states, are critical to contain further build-up of cost pressures in the economy. The rise in fuel prices is increasing transportation costs across the country, and even if crude prices drop, this may not come down. Even if the price of crude oil drops, the fare for taxis doesn't come down. This is because they are protecting their standard of living. Hence, the transportation costs that get embedded here will not reverse the moment the prices of fuel come down. That is a serious problem, explained Sabnavis. While 7 years ago, crude oil price constituted two-thirds of the fuel price, now taxes and other levies occupy this pace. Previously governments have reduced tax rates. Alternatively, oil marketing companies provide certain subsidies by reducing their profit market. But in the current situation nobody is doing that. As crude oil prices increase, fuel prices also increase. So today everybody is profitable except the consumer, he said. International fuel prices. As of June 14, 2021, fuel prices for most neighboring countries are much lower than India's. In Sri Lanka, petrol costs an Indian equivalent of 68 rupees and 18 paise and diesel at 41 rupees and 49 paise. The price of petrol is comparatively higher in Bangladesh than India's neighboring countries, with petrol prices at 77 rupees and 78 paise while diesel is low at 57 rupees and 4 paise. Prices are lower in Afghanistan, with petrol priced at 46 rupees and 28 paise and diesel at 48 rupees and 19 paise. Way forward. The central government has been pushing for alternate methods of lowering fuel prices. The government emphasized establishing energy security for the country, with the goal of minimizing import dependency, in the National Policy on Biofuels 2018. The government has accelerated its goal date for selling gasoline with 20% blended ethanol to April 1, 2023. According to the National Biofuel Policy 2018, the objective for mixing ethanol was set at 20% for gasoline and 5% for diesel by 2030. According to Santosh Marodara, an economist and visiting professor at the Center for Development at the University of Bath in the United Kingdom, as well as a former professor of economics at Jawaharlal Nehru University in New Delhi, the adoption of alternative fuels would take time. Alternative fuels and electric cars are already being promoted by the government. It will take years to put this in place. There is no sense in raising the existing fuel costs. The government must do more to promote alternative energy, fossil fuel conservation, and electric cars. Subsidies for electric vehicles may be increased. But now is not the time to do so, because central tax revenues are dropping due to the economy's downturn, he added. Right now is the moment to decrease taxes on gasoline and diesel, which will help lower the rate of inflation because fuel is an input cost into nearly all commodities that must be carried to the customer, Marodra said.